Alright, so if you haven't heard, about 7 teams from Europe that are participating in the World Cup that is currently being hosted by Qatar were planning on protesting against the Qatarian government by wearing an armband that shows solidarity for the alphabet community. Now, as you well know, in Qatar is a Muslim country that actually has laws that are deeply rooted in Islamic beliefs. And so those laws do not smile kindly on the alphabet community. So as a result, these people, these soccer players, decided to become activists and are therefore going to the World Cup, or planned to go to the World Cup to go and protest against this. However, of late, I think yesterday, news broke out that they are no longer going to be doing it. They practically backed down. And I was in the opinion that activists never back down to power until power yields. However, when confronted by FIFA with just some slight penalties, these players folded like a wet napkin.
With FIFA, let's stick with 7 national football teams, including England, who will not wear a rainbow armband showing solidarity with LGBTQ+ rights, bowing instead to pressure from FIFA because players might receive a yellow card for the show of support.
FIFA's threat of game time penalties for players forced several World Cup teams to back down Monday and abandon an anti-discrimination campaign aimed at host nation Qatar. The captains of 7 European nations won't wear armbands supporting the One Love campaign in upcoming games after FIFA said the players would be shown yellow cards, which would keep them out of the field for a period of time. Players handed multiple yellow cards for repeated offenses would be dismissed from the game. So obviously, the way that football works, if you get 2 yellow cards in one game, that equates to 1 red card and kicks you out. Now, they would automatically be issued a yellow card if they wore an armband. Fancy that this simple thing, this small thing, is what makes all of these teams back down from this so-called activism that they wanted to do. In my own personal opinion, when it comes to sport, you need to keep politics away from sports. These players went there to play soccer. However, they decided to virtue signal by wearing an armband, something that they don't truly believe in. A cause that they don't truly believe in, they're going there to try to wear an armband to stand up to the Qatarian government. Also, I feel that when they're doing that, it is a disrespect to the people that are hosting. People from the West, I mean, not everybody, but I mean, a lot of people from the West have been complaining that this thing was holding in Qatar because Qatar has several rules and regulations that it doesn't really bode well with a lot of people. Like, for instance, you are not allowed to drink beer at the stadium. Now, a lot of people do not enjoy that. Also, Qatar is facing some sort of stick for how they're treating migrant workers in Qatar as well. Now, they're trying to lump all this thing together into their protests. However, they didn't put on the armband that they were protesting against how Qatarians are treating migrant workers. It was specifically for the LGBTQ. Now it has blown up on their faces because these people aren't really activists, as it were. They're not ready to go 27 years in jail like Mandela. They're not ready to get shot for what they believe in like Martin Luther King and the rest of them. All they're there for is virtual signal. And I maintain and I remain with my own personal opinion. We do not need these things in sports.
You want to stay home and hammer and criticize and say how bad they are, these Arabs or these Muslims or whatever.
We do not need them taking knees for Black Lives Matter in sports. We do not need them to try to fight racism in sports, because sports unite people. It doesn't divide people. And politics does nothing but divide people. So I'm very happy that this thing is happening in Qatar. I'm very happy with what FIFA did. They thought they were going to get a ban, maybe a fine for maybe some money, maybe ask them to pay $100,000 fine or $50,000 fine. Whenever you violate dress code, that's the kind of fine that you get. However, FIFA gave the right punishment to show that these people were actually virtual signaling and that they aren't real activists like they pretend to be. Now, I'd like to close with this. When it comes to these players, I've only got one thing to tell you: shut up and dribble. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, ding that bell for notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, peace, and Zaz out of here. Bye-bye.